Snot and Booger's Wow Words for Complain by Pip Noble. Please subscribe. Snot said, "Hey Booger, this little human grumbles about being so tired at school. However, I can see why. Each night he plays his computer games till very late." Booger said, "Yes, Snotty Poo, he needs to go to bed at a decent hour. The little human could treat himself and maybe stay up a little later on Friday and Saturday night." Snot said, "Booger Wooger, I'm amazed to see that big human over there. A while back, that big human was lamenting about climbing that snow-clad mountain." Booger said, "Well, Snotty Poo, the big human is doing a great job now. See, Snotty Poo, the big human is wearing crampons under the boots. They're spiky things to grip into snow and ice. Hey, Ladybird, you need to wear crampons." Snotty Poo said, "Hey, Booger Wooger, I heard some big humans kicking up a stink in the change room of the fashion show. Those big humans weren't happy that this big human here is getting a lot of work." Booger said, Snotty Poo, it sounds like those big humans are jealous. Unfortunately, jealousy can cause bitterness. This big human is beautiful." Snotty Poo said, "Goodness me, Booger, this big human is moaning about the sunlight." Booger said, "Snotty Poo, that big human needs sunglasses to protect the eyes. Then the big human wouldn't whine. Ladybird, get off the big human's nose. The big human will object to you being there." Booger Wooger said, "Hey, Snotty Poo, that big human protested about not wanting to run the extra 5 kilometres the coach wanted to add to his training session." Snotty Poo said, "Well, Booger Wooger, I would agree. To even run the 8 kilometres was a huge feat in itself." Snotty Poo said, "Booger Wooger, this big human doctor was opposed to doing his patient surgery, how the other big human doctor suggested." Booger Wooger said, "Yes, Snotty Poo, I overheard that this big human doctor's technique was a bit slower, however, had a better outcome for the patient." Booger Wooger said, "Snotto, this little human made a fuss to the big human. The little human was exhausted from walking, but it was close to the little human's bedtime." Snotty Poo said, "Hey, Booger Wooger, it looks like Ladybird is tired too. Hey, Booger, I might grizzle so I can sit on your back whilst we zoom home." Snotty Poo said, "Hey, Booger Wooger, this big human spoke out against the rule administration wanted to enforce on the university students." Booger Wooger said, "Well, Snotty Poo, good for the big human to be assertive and stand up to be acknowledged." Snotty Poo said, "This little human is picking holes in her homework, saying that many of the questions don't make sense." Booger Wooger said, "I think this little human needs to take a break from doing the homework. Sometimes your mind gets all muddled up if you've been looking at the same thing for a long time. I think Ladybird has gone to console the little human." Snotty Poo said, "Hey, Booger Wooger, you know Mr. Powerful who wears the blue suit with the black undies on the outside?" "He griped about climbing that mountain." Booger Wooger said, "Yes, Snotty Poo, I think that mountain would be a challenge to climb. Mr. Powerful told me, though, that the view from the top was breathtaking. Ladybird is going to get so wet." Booger Wooger said, "You know what, Snotty Poo? If I was a big human ballet dancer, I would criticise my ballet master or mistress about having to balance on my tippy toes." Snotty Poo said, "Well, Booger Wooger, those big human ballet dancers do look pretty amazing on stage performing ballet in their lovely tutus. Also, those big human ballet dancers know the challenges before they begin their career." Snotty Poo said, "Okay, humans, now it's your turn to write or say a sentence for each word. Grizzle, whinge, grumble, protest, moaned, whine, kick up a stink, lament, oppose to, object to, made a fuss, speak out against, picking holes, griped, criticise." The end. Finished. Goodbye.